junior partner. He never expected me to come to anything either, but because I studied using his books, I started asking him questions after a few years that he couldn't answer anymore. So he ended up making me his partner, and he had the best law practice in the state of Illinois, and I got my bills paid. But in the beginning, her family wasn't too sure about me. So her father, as a wedding present, gave her some land and some money and other things, just in case I didn't work out, I reckon. But nonetheless, so we had some of them things saved up. Well, now that we were back and had achieved some status in the world, and our family was getting larger, it seemed appropriate that we add on. So it cost us more to actually build the addition than it was to buy the whole blame house, as well as the property and some property over here. But nonetheless, we did. But speaking of the property over on that side, over Mr. Dean's home over here, his mother was a widow, and she's deceased now, but I'll tell you the story. It's rather sad. But when she and her husband bought that house, and he was younger, anybody here ever heard of the 49ers?
Yeah.
Who are the 49ers?
They were the people who went to California during the gold rush.
Went to California during the gold rush. Oh, we had a few of them. Well, her husband, just after they moved in, caught gold fever. There was all sort of talk about riches, wealth, money, just gold laying on the ground. And so he went off to California. Well, she fully expected that when he come back that they'd be sitting pretty. So she bought a piece of land of my property and built that north addition. And it was a fine home, one of the finest in the neighborhood. Problem was, not everybody who went to California come back, and Mr. Dean was among them. Year went by, another year went by, and folks begun to talk. Because some of them fellas got themselves killed. They found something wealthy and someone else got it away from them. And some of them just found a pretty dance hall girl and decided they had a nice spot where they were and they weren't coming back. She never heard. So quietly she determined that maybe the best thing to do was just have a quiet divorce. Well, of course, all the shame that come along with that. Word got out, and now she's deceased, and everybody knows it anyway, so I don't reckon it's any secret. So she was in a sorry fix. She was running out of money, had to start taking in any kind of income she could, but she was very handy with needle and thread, so she started having classes up there. Some of the ladies that go up there and learn all kind of fine needlework and such. You know, the womanly arts is a mystery to me, but nonetheless, her son by this time had come of age. He went down to St. Louis, got himself a job at a newspaper, and I expect, like most grown boys, started worrying about his mother and maybe worrying about some other things, because he finally come back and concluded that she wasn't fit to take care of herself anymore. Now in Illinois, you have to file suit against someone and with charges of insanity for them to be committed, which he did. And he took his mother to trial, and she was found guilty of not being capable, and so he moved her out. I don't have to tell you what sort of fireworks there were that day.